again, and welcome to episode 61 of Dinner from the Dining Car. Today, it's Saturday, April 16th, 2022. Today, we're going to be making a special order item that appeared on the menus of the Pennsylvania Railroad named trains, but only for first class customers. If you were second or immigrant class, you didn't even know this existed. And if you were a first class customer, you had to order it off menu. It was like the railroad's secret menu, for those of you who know in and out. Here's basically what you're going to need. You're going to need 2 slices of roast beef. Now, you're going to have to go to your deli and have them special cut this for you, because these slices, if I can get it out of the damn bag, these slices have to each be about 1/4 of an inch thick. I don't know if you can see the thickness there, but they have to be about 1/4 of an inch thick. Then you're gonna another thing you're gonna need is our old friend butter. Butter. You're going to need half a stick to melt and pour on the 2 slabs of roast beef to brush it on it, and you're going to need the other half of a stick melted for the mustard sauce. You're also going to need a smattering of breadcrumbs. This is going to go on top of the buttered roast beef, and then you're going to fire up your broiler and you're going to broil that for 5 to 6 minutes. Just enough to brown up the breadcrumbs. While you're heating your broiler, then you get to make your mustard sauce. You'll need a small onion, chopped. Well, I don't have a small onion, I have a large onion, so we're just going to take half of this puppy and chop it up really fine. Then you're going to need, let go, don't you dare fall off the table. Don't you dare. It's like I'm talking to my cat. You're going to need about 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ground pepper. So we'll be cracking this into a fresh ground. You're going to need 2/3 of a cup of brown gravy. Now, if you want, you can make your own brown gravy, get a mix, or if you happen to go to a store and see it on sale for cheaper than the mix, you buy it. Heinz Homestyle Gravy. You're also going to need at least 2 tablespoons of English mustard. Now, you're also going to put a little bit, about a tablespoon of English mustard, I forgot to mention this, on the roast beef. After you smother it with the butter, you're going to put some roast beef on each slice, and then you're going to put some breadcrumbs. But you are going to need 1 tablespoon for the meat and 2 tablespoons for the mustard sauce. If you want your sauce a little more mustardy, use a little more. You're also going to need about 1/2 teaspoon of seasoned salt. Now, yeah, I use a lot of seasoned salt, so I buy it in a container this size. Again, you're going to need your other 1/2 stick of butter melted. And finally, you're going to need about 1 teaspoon of parsley flakes. This is all going to go into a saucepan, and you're going to, saute the, one thing I forgot, excuse me. Whoa. This will blow it if I don't have this. You're also going to need, for the sauce, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. I'm sorry. That would have been a disaster had I forgotten that. You're going to saute the onions in the vinegar until the vinegar evaporates. Then you're going to add your gravy, your mustard, your seasoned salt, and all the other ingredients, and you're going to simmer that for 15 minutes. Oh, well, actually, no, you're not going to add the butter then. Then you're going to put that combination through a strainer back into a saucepan, and then you're going to add the butter and until it's melted. The thing is, this sauce is best served pretty well seasoned. So if you get it all prepared and it doesn't taste seasoned enough, add a little more pepper, add a little more seasoned salt. That'll be perfect. Well, folks, that's all there is for this particular recipe. That's all the ingredients. As you can see, not that much. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to change out of this nicer shirt into a crappy shirt that I can cook with, so in case I splatter food all over myself, which I've done even on these videos. I don't want to make my wife crazy by getting food stains all over one of my work shirts. So anyway, enough of that. I'm blathering. Why? That's it for the ingredients and the intro, and we'll be back a little later when we get started with the cooking. We'll see you then. Okay, folks, the rice and the asparagus are started. Now we have to, the broiler is heating. Now we have to start the mustard sauce. Now in this pan, you'll notice there are chopped really fine onions. That's about a whole small onion. Now you get your white vinegar. Wow, this vinegar still has its potency. You're going to put 2 tablespoons. There's 1. There's 2. And then you're going to start it on fire, of course. Gee, Tony, that would help. Sorry I was blathering and stammering earlier. My blood sugar was down to 80. That is not healthy for a diabetic. That's actually, I mean, it's not crisis level, but it's pretty heavy. That's what I need right there. Anyway, so this has to just simmer. We have it on a high heat just until the vinegar starts to evaporate. It'll boil a little bit, which is kind of what you want, and then it'll just evaporate. It may take a few minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to gather 2/3 of a cup of brown gravy. Right here. 2/3 of a cup. Beautiful. Where's our mustard? There's our mustard. And it's starting to boil. Just keep stirring it. Okay, now once all that starts to evaporate, and it's evaporating, kitchen kind of smells like onions and vinegar. That's pretty much evaporated. Now, you add in 2/3 of a cup of your brown gravy. Two tablespoons of your mustard. There's one. There's two. And your seasoned salt. You need a teaspoon of your seasoned salt. Where's my teaspoon? There she is. Need a teaspoon of your seasoned salt. Just like that. And then you're going to grab your pepper and you're going to start cracking. Now this one I'm going to eyeball until I think I've got about, a 1/4 of a teaspoon. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. Now we're cracking. And you're going to take that, you're going to turn it down to low. And you're going to simmer that for about 15 minutes. Oh my goodness, that smells insane. And this will break down the onions. Turn it on low. Yep. Good timing when the timer goes off on the I gotta taste that already. I gotta have a taste of that. Oh my! Just turn it down to low, cover it, simmer it for 15 minutes. Anyway, that's it for the sauce. When we come back, we'll do the rest of the sauce, putting the butter in it, stirring it, heating it for 5 more minutes, and then we'll get the meat in the oven. In the meantime, oh my gosh, that sauce is delicious. We'll see you then. Okay, everybody, it's been 15 minutes. Now, we have to take half a stick of melted butter, mix it into the sauce, and about a teaspoon, maybe a little less, of parsley flakes. And we're going to stir that up. Get that all nice and mixed together. Now, the recipe says that you should strain this. I chopped up those onions in the chopper so fine that they have cooked down, and with everything else in here, it tasted so damn delicious. We're not going to strain it. We're just not going to do it. So, let me sample it now. It may need some more seasoning. Absolutely not. Oh, Judy, come here.
Does it taste good still? Even with the butter?
Come here. Grab.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that yummies? Okay. And we'll just put the lid back on here. Keep it on a low temperature, and you'll simmer that for about 5 more minutes. That being said, now we're going to prepare the beef. You have your other half a stick of butter, which you've melted. Judy, don't stand in my shot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And you're going to pour that a little bit on top of your meat. Going to get that all on there. Then you're going to spread a little more, about a half a teaspoon per slab of mustard. And you're going to kind of spread that along with the butter on top of the meat. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then you're going to grab your breadcrumbs. And you're just going to sprinkle a little breadcrumb on top of it. Just enough to kind of cover it. Okay. Now there's no measurement on the breadcrumbs. It's kind of like a line of sight thing. This is basically what you look like when they're prepared. Now, as far as the roast beef, you should get this from your deli at your supermarket or from your deli and have them cut it 1/4 inch thick. Okay, now it goes in your extremely hot broiler, close to the flame, for about 5 minutes. And when that comes out, you'll be ready to eat. So, if you'll excuse me, we're going to do some cleanup, and we'll be back in 5 minutes to plate this. See you then. Okay, folks, now we're going to plate this up. Here's what your meat looks like out of the oven. The breadcrumbs have gotten a nice golden brown on them, and you notice the roast beef edges are a little singed, which is what you want. Now we're going to plate it up. This is how you plate it up. Get real close here so you can see it. Shut the boiler off because we're done with it. You need a plate. Now you're going to take the sauce and you're going to dish the sauce up onto the plate. Oh my God, that smells so flapping good. Wait till you folks see this. Oh. Nice brown gravy mustard sauce. And then you grab your piece of roast beef and you're going to put that bad boy right on top of the gravy. And that's how you serve it. We're also going to serve rice and asparagus, but you guys don't need to see that. Anyway, this is it. Oh, let me get Judy's plate ready too. Oh, if this tastes as good as it smells, we are going to be in for a treat. And I don't know about you folks, but I will definitely be making this sauce again for something else. I imagine this would be absolutely insane on like pork chops or even chicken. A chicken breast. Wow. Hey, you know what? That meat's a little hot. There we go. And there's Judy's plate. Well, folks, that's it. Like I said, I'm not gonna show serving the rice and the asparagus. That's it for that. There you have it, the Pennsylvania Railroad roast beef with mustard sauce. It's been fun cooking this one. A little frazzled maybe. Of course, that's because my blood sugar was way too low. You know, if you're a diabetic, you don't want to let your blood sugar drop into the 70s. That's bad. Okay, but enough of that. There you have it. If you have any questions, well, first of all, if you're watching this video, please move down, smash that like button. And if you haven't already, please, please, please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or you want a copy of this recipe, and you might want a copy of this recipe just for the damn sauce, it's insane. Email me at dinnerfromthediningcar@yahoo.com, or leave your email address in a comment line on the video and I can send it to you. But that's it. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoy making this dinner as much as I think we're going to enjoy eating it. And have yourselves an absolutely fantastic Saturday night. And we will see y'all when we see you.